Hi, everybody. Ron Placone here. So it's the beginning of the week. Let's start off with something pretty light. Not light for me in the literal sense, but light in the metaphorical sense or in the content sense. It's was a lovely weekend in Nashville, Tennessee, where I live. Beautiful weekend, perfect weather, and the Sevier Park Festival was going on in a neighborhood called 12 South. Lovely neighborhood, a lot of funky shops, a lot of cool places to eat, a couple bars, a lot of stuff going on. Really cool part of town, wonderful park. That park is where I get my crop share whenever harvest is in season, which harvest is starting in a couple weeks. Very exciting time. Was very stoked to go to this festival. Was very stoked to have a weekend off. The weather could not have been more perfect. So my fiance and I go to the festival. There's a lot of food trucks. There's a lot of different stands. There's a lot of clothing stands. There's some people with veggies, some people that are running for office, a lot of stuff going on. Just fun time. So our first thing on the agenda, my fiance and I want to get something to eat. We go to a barbecue food truck of a popular barbecue establishment in the neighborhood called Edley's Barbecue. Do a good job. Great barbecue. So we're in line because she wanted the barbecue nachos that they were selling. It was really good. It wasn't corn chips. It was actually kettle chips that they make in-house. It's their own kettle chips with queso and then like a salsa and then some barbecue meat. Sounds a little weird, but truth be told, it was absolutely delicious. So we're in line for that. As we're in line and we're approaching the front of the line, I see a sign for the wing eating contest, and there was a sign-up sheet. Now, I thought, what a great way to score some free wings and get to eat some great free wings. I'm going to sign up. My logic was flawed for a couple different reasons, but I was not thinking rationally. I was thinking out of hunger. It was hungry Ron doing this logic. So I said, hey, what's the deal with this wing eating contest? And the girl that waiting on us goes, hey, it's a wing eating contest. Starts at 3. Everyone is signed up. We have 10 contestants. We got 10 people signed up, but we need some alternates because chances are someone's not going to show. You want to sign up? She puts the Sharpie in my hand, right? I feel the peer pressure. I sign up because I'm still thinking, free wings. Why not? Whatever. And after I sign up and we get our nachos and I eat those and I'm no longer really hungry, I start thinking it over and I realize that this might not have been the greatest idea in the world. I'm not very good at competitive eating. I don't really like the idea of eating a lot of wings in a short amount of time. I know I'm going to do really bad at this, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do this. Why did I sign up for this? Hopefully everybody shows. Hopefully they don't need any of the alternates because this was a terrible idea. My fiance's like, well, you can always just not show up. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I signed my name on a sheet of paper. I'm not going to back down. I got to show up for this thing. I got to just pay my dues, whatever. So I show up. We walk around the festival some more, and at 2:55, I said, all right, it's time to go see if I got a sentence to serve or not. So we go over to where the winging contest is going to take place. There were a lot of people there, and I see some of the other contestants, and there were these guys standing there. They were all in like shorts that like ripped, torn, like jean shorts, and they looked like the types of dudes that tore them themselves. They're like, I made these this morning because it was too hot. Bah! And then they're standing there and they had this stance, like, you know how some people when they stand, they just look like they're flexing. Like, like they look like they're just naturally always flexing their muscles. That's what all of these dudes look like. And the one dude, and I was making up stories for all these guys. Like the one guy, I was like, I'm pretty sure he woke up this morning and wrestled 5 alligators. And he was like, I just wrestled 5 alligators. Now I'm hungry. He saw a flyer for this festival and he saw the wing eating contest. And he was like, awesome, no big deal. I'm going to go eat some wrestling alligators, works up an appetite. There was another dude. I'm pretty sure that dude like built 4 houses. He just built 4 houses. He was like, I'm going to build 4 houses this morning. And then his wife, who used to date Thor, but then she decided she needed someone a little more manly. So now she's dating this dude. She goes, hey, there's a wing eating contest. Maybe you can almost eat your fill after building these 4 houses. They look lovely, by the way, sweetheart. He said, thanks. And then he just went over there, flexed with his flannel like, oh, it's time. And then there's me and there were a couple ninjas, and there was this other dude. He was the kind of unassuming guy. like me. He was in a sweatshirt, kind of just nerdy looking dude like me, and we were both the alternates. So they come over, they say, okay, Ron, you're one alternate, and the other, I think his name was Steve. They're like, Steve, you're the other alternate. We need one of you. And we both kind of looked at each other in like kind of like a diplomatic nerd exchange. Like, do you want to, like, I think you should do this. You look like you're more worthy. He's like, no, no, no. Clearly, sir, you are the worthy adversary. Neither of us wanted to do this thing because we saw the natural flex dudes. We saw the other contestants. We saw the ninjas. We saw these other unassuming looking people that could probably eat a lot. And we're like, this is probably not going to go great. But I was first on the list, so I ended up going. Now, turns out they needed both of us. So as I'm looking for my plate of meat, and I'm surrounded by these house builders and ninjas and the dude that wrestled alligators, and everyone's just standing there. They're in their shorts. I had jeans on, and I could not make shorts at the moment. They were just going to be pants. That was all I was going to be do. Looking for a plate of meat. Steve comes over. He's like, hey, man, they needed me after all. I was like, awesome. Let's stand next to each other. Do you want to hold hands? I'd be down for that. I feel like maybe we should support each other in that way. He didn't respond. I didn't actually ask him that, but I thought it. I was glad that I sort of made this friend. Steve was a good guy. We were standing next to each other. I was like, all right, this guy hopefully is not going to take this too seriously. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. So then we start eating, and the eating contest is underway. There's 10 contestants. So I'm eating, and I'm actually stride by stride with a lot of the other plates. I'm feeling good. The meat's just going down. Now, quick aside, I don't think I mentioned this. The wings were the atomic flavor. So this was the hottest wing that they served, like the hottest of the hottest of the hottest wing that they served. They made that clear. They had to sign a disclaimer saying, hey, you might die. No, seriously, that was in like the disclaimer we signed. They were like, this is legit. This is an eating contest. We're not liable for anything. This could be the last meal you have. This could be it for you. Sign here. And I'm all right. Yeah, I'm going to sign. Why not? So we're all there, and the eating contest is underway. I'm feeling pretty good. Now, let's have gloves to eat the wings. You had to have gloves on to eat them because they didn't want you like touching your face or whatever. Although I guess you could still do that with gloves, but they thought they might deter that some. So I have these rubber gloves on. I'm eating. Feeling pretty good, stride by stride. I'm just kind of like chewing and swallowing, chewing and swallowing, chewing and swallowing, going as quickly as I can, making sure to do a good job because if you don't clean the bones, they don't count. They were judges. So I'm like, all right, be thorough, be steady, just keep going, go at a good pace, don't tap out. There were glasses of milk lined up. If you drank the milk, you were out. I am sensitive to dairy. I don't think I'm lactose intolerant entirely. I think maybe eventually I will be if that's something that progresses, but I'm very sensitive to dairy. And after I eat a lot in a competitive nature, the worst thing I could possibly do would be to drink milk. Also, I don't really care for milk. So I knew I was like, I don't have to worry. I'm not going to drink this milk. I'm cool. So, and if I would have disqualified. So I'm like, all right, don't just disqualify. Pace yourself. Do your thing. Stride by stride. I'm stride by stride. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to be okay. I'm thinking this is a really fatty piece. This is kind of nasty, actually. I'm not really enjoying the flavor anymore. I take a look down. I was chewing on my glove. I was chewing on rubber, latex. And then I got a little grossed out. And then all of a sudden, all at once, it's like my taste buds woke up and they said, hey, dude, you're eating some really hot, spicy stuff, and you're eating it in a manner that's quite frankly not appropriate. And as your body, we're going to say we're not a big fan of this. And I was like, sorry, body, this is a thing I'm doing. And then I fell apart, you guys. I was pretty much eating very slowly, slower than I would have leisurely. I was just grossed out, and I was like, all right, don't get sick. Just do your thing. Now, throughout the competition, one dude did tap out, one dude did throw up, and there were 10 people. So I came in 8th. Slow and steady will not win the eating contest, but slow and steady will at least you'll finish. You'll get through it, and that's what I did. I got through it. There were these 2 ladies that were in the eating contest as well, and we befriended them. I'm pretty sure they were a couple. They were very, very sweet. And the reason we befriended them is because they asked my fiance to watch their dog while they participated in the contest. And one of them was eating wings for leisure after the contest. Because after the contest, we were all hanging out. I was like, hey, how many did you get? They both beat me. I only got 3. Because after I chewed on my glove, like I said, I was done. I mean, it was a 3-minute eating contest. I had 2 down and was working on my 3rd within the first minute. I finished with 3. Because after I chewed on my glove and I looked down and I was like, I'm chewing on a glove. Over. I was done. I couldn't. I mean, I was just out of it by then. It threw me off. It threw everything off. It was an embarrassing finish. Now, Steve, the other alternate, by the way, looked at that dude's plate. I was like, Steve, Nerds Unite. We were the underdogs, man, and I'm living vicariously through you. I was like, next time there's an alternate list and it's me or you got to take this. You got to step up and be like, look, man, I'm a competitor. And I don't think you are. I don't see any confidence in you, because I wasn't confident at all. I was like, this is going to go badly. This is going to be embarrassing. There was a dude with one of those selfie sticks, and he had a camera, and he was going around. I'm guessing he was with the restaurant. It might go on their website. After the competition was over, I felt as if like this part of my face, like the front part of my face and my nose was just singed off. I felt like it was just gone, like that one comic book villain. I don't know if it's someone can help me out. Let me know who I'm referring to, but that dude that like doesn't have a nose and like part of his face is just gone. I felt like that dude, like just no nose, no face. I was just brutalized, and I couldn't drink milk because, again, sensitivity to dairy. So I did not drink the milk to help me deal with what I was dealing with. So I'm just like, I can't drink milk. So the selfie stick came over, and they're like, hey, how you feeling? And they came over to me, and I was just like, oh man, oh, yeah. That's what I did. So there's probably a video of me somewhere on the internet going, except my face is covered in barbecue sauce, and I'm sweating. So I'm sure that's not embarrassing at all, but I'm sure that video was out there somewhere. But that was all I could do. I couldn't formulate words at that point. Then later I came over to my fiance and our other friends, the 2 girls. We were watching the dog, very cute dog. We enjoyed the dog. They both beat me. One of them was eating wings for leisure, which blew my mind. She was in the competition, and after it was over, she just took a couple other wings, man. She knew she didn't win, but she's like, I'm going to have these wings. She was just munching on them. I don't think I'm going to eat wings for pleasure for a couple years. I think it's going to be a few years before I have a wing for pleasure. But this girl was eating a wing for pleasure right after the competition. Man, her and Steven, I'll tell you what, I was home. And who won the competition, you ask? The dude that built the 4 houses. He won. He was Flannel Flexi Dude. Flannel Flexi Dude won. He went back to his wife and his hammer, because Thor's hammer is his now. After he stole the girl from Thor, Thor was like, you should have my hammer. You can lift it. You're pretty awesome. He was like, thank you. And that's what he does. So he went to build some houses, and that was it. And then I think he flew away. He flew away back to his wife. But he's the guy that won. The alligator at this point, he apparently, maybe he filleted an alligator. So he ate that. So he was like, oh, man, I don't know if I have enough room for wings. I don't know what's going on. But alligator dude did not win. He was not in the top 3. I think one of the ninjas was second. And then Steven was third. Of course, the only first and second got a prize. First was, I think, a $50 gift card. And I think second, you got a T-shirt or something like that. I don't know. But, hey, I held in there. I was okay. There was this one girl that was also filming stuff, and she pointed to my plate, and she goes, this guy sucked. Couldn't argue. I was like, yeah, I did. I just wanted to hang in there. I bit my glove, and I knew I was finished. And by the time they said 15 seconds, I was like, I'm just going to enjoy this last wing. I didn't. There was nothing enjoyable about it, but I just kind of ate it, and that was that. I didn't do great, but I didn't finish in last. I made it through. And you know what? My fiance, she said, I'm proud of you. You finished. You made it through. You didn't give up. You held in there. Not much of a showing. Your plate was a little disappointing. I think you could have done better than that if you were just eating for fun. And I'm like, look, I bit my glove. Not trying to make excuses. I still would have lost miserably. But I think I might have finished maybe 6, something like that, had I not chewed on my glove. That grossed me out. That finished me off. Steven, on the other hand, kept going. I kind of felt a kindred connection with Steven. We were the underdogs, and he proved the underdog class well. I proved the underdog class to be an underdog for a reason, with a very sad and pathetic finish of 3 wings. But I had fun. It was pretty cool. And eating contests in general are interesting to me because nobody enjoys the food at an eating contest. That's not something you do. You do not enjoy the food when you're doing that activity. You're just inhaling it. It's not the way food is supposed to be enjoy. I just don't see how it makes something like that would be like me getting up on stage and just like shouting all my jokes as quickly as I could, like within like minutes, and be like, "Thank you, good night," and everyone's like, "What was that? Was that?" I don't know. I couldn't follow anything. He was just going like, "Why the chicken cross the road to get to the other side?" Ah, oh, whoa! I don't know what that was. That would be like the equivalent. I don't do that, so I don't understand the concept of eating contests. But whatever. It was fun. It was a good experience. I held in there, and my fiance was proud of me. And then I got a mango slushie that did not taste like mango, but it enabled me to fill my nose again. And I know that my nose is still there, and I'm glad it's still there. And that was it. I don't know the next time I will eat wings ever again, but I'll keep you posted. This is Ron Placone, signing out.